manifestation. Let's be real for a second. If manifesting was as easy as I'm thinking positive thoughts, then I would pretty much have everything that I have ever wanted in this world. And I'm sure that you would too. So a lot of times we do the positive thought thinking and we do the affirmations and we wonder, why isn't this working? Why am I not getting what it is that I'm calling in? Why are we doing all of these affirmations, journaling, visualization, and I still feel like I am stuck? Like, I know you guys are with me so far, so keep watching, because in this video, I'm going to break down what manifesting actually is and what you're probably doing wrong and how to shift it so that it actually starts working for you. What you need to first understand that manifestation is not magic. And I want to say this, I want to clarify, it is not in relation to any religion at all. It has nothing to do with that. But most importantly, manifestation isn't magic, because it's not like I'm just going to think this and then it's going to magically appear, right? Manifesting at its core is your thoughts shape your beliefs. Pretty simple. Your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions create your reality. It is a step-by-step process. And a lot of people think that manifesting is really about controlling the universe, but in actuality, it's about you becoming the version of you that you need to be so that you can receive what you want. This is why I tell people, in a weird way, be careful what you manifest, because it will cause you to work on things, to heal things, to see things, to get rid of things. Because like that's the truth. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe you are. So if you're calling in $1 million and you don't believe deep down in your subconscious that you are $1 million energy, you're worthy of it. Maybe you have a belief that money is way too hard to get. Like, you're not going to get the $1 million. You're not. But let's go even further and kind of talk about like why manifestation isn't working. And let's really be honest. Like, please be honest with yourself. Okay. This is not a video. No one's watching you on the other side, like watching this video. No one's calling you out, but you can call you out. So let's be honest with yourself. Okay. Number one, this is one of the big ones. You're not actually clear. You're not clear. You say you want more money, but you're not saying how much more money you want. You say you want love, but what kind of love? Clarity is everything with manifesting. Everything. If your mind is confused, your results will be too. You could be like, I want more money, and then you get a penny and a dollar. Like, that's not the money you're calling in. Like for me, if I'm calling in money, I will be like, I want this amount or better, right? I state the amount with clarity. I want this amount or better. If you're calling in love, you got to do descriptions to that love. What type of love is it that you are desiring in your life? What does it look like? What does it feel like, right? That's really what it's about. Number two, you're focused on what you do not want. Okay, I had to say that properly. You're focused on what you do not want. You're saying, I want peace, but you're thinking about stress all day long. All day you're like, I want peace, but then you're so caught up in all the stuff that is bringing you stress. You're focused on your stress. You have anxiety over stress. Energy goes where attention goes. So if my attention is focused on the stress, my energy is going to go there. So if you focus on your lack, you're going to keep creating more of it, right? If I'm focusing on what I don't have, I never have this, or I don't have that, I don't have this, yada, 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 you're going to create that. What people don't understand is that you are constantly manifesting in your life. You just tend to manifest more in the negative than you are in the positive, because we tend to focus on our lack more than what we're actually calling in, okay? Which brings us to number three. You don't believe that it's actually possible. It's a big one. It's a big one. This is a really big one. So really take a moment and really think about this. You can journal all day long, but if deep down you think this isn't going to happen for me, you're going to block it every time. If I'm literally going to write this, like, this is way too hard, I don't see this happening. I don't know how this is going to happen. Like, this is going to take a miracle. There's no way. Like, you're going to block it every single time. Every time. And I think in a way, we all have done this or we do this. Okay. So here it is. Number 4 is another big one, because I always tell people this whole thing about surrender, right? We got to surrender it. And that's because you're trying to control the how. You're trying to control the how. This is where people tend to get stuck. You think it has to happen this way. It has to happen from this person. It has to happen at this time. That's not the way the universe works. Okay. That's not the way God, divine, whatever works. And so we get so focused on these expectations of it has to look like this, it has to happen in this time, it has to be like this, that when it doesn't happen like this, we spiral. We're like, forget it, this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm doing, yada, yada, yada. But manifesting is not. It is not about controlling the path. It is not. You can give clarity to the situation of like, I want love to look like this, or I want this amount of money, or this type of vehicle, or whatever it is. But again, I can't control all the factors around that at all times. You can't. Yes, you have to show up, you have to go to work, you have to do these things in order to get these things, but you can't control all of the factors. And that's really kind of what it is. It's about trusting yourself enough to really surrender and allow the universe to come in and feed it the way it needs to be fed to you, the way that needs to be created for you. It's a hard one. It's a really hard one. So if you're really struggling with that, like, ask yourself, why are you trying to control it? And why does it have to look that way for you? Like, why? There has to be a deeper reason on why it does. Because if you're not providing yourself with that safety that it can look like this or it could look like this, then there's going to be kind of issues around this. All right. Number 5 kind of brings us to what I was talking about, and that yes, you have to take the steps, that you're not taking aligned action, right? I wish manifesting was a miracle button I push and then all of a sudden I just get, dollars just thrown at me and all this stuff. But when I tell people you have to take aligned action, some people don't want to hear this. Like, they don't want to acknowledge that, what? I got to do the work. Well, yeah, like, of course you have to show up for yourself. You can't just visualize this magical new life and then keep making the same decisions. It's not going to work. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, if you're trying to create this amount of money, you're going to have to put the work in to create that amount of money. Action is really what activates the manifestation. The universe wants to see that you are taking that step forward, right? I am taking that step forward. I could tell you right now, I want a huge YouTube following, but then I'm not going to create any YouTube videos. Like, how's that going to work? Like, I got to show up. I got to show up for you. So think about it like that, because that's pretty simple. Okay. All right, so I gave you all the do's, I gave you all the don'ts, I gave you all of this. Now you may be looking at like, so how do I actually manifest? All right, let's talk about it. Let's get really clear on it. That is step 1, is to get brutally clear, right? Write it out. Like, write it out. What do you want? Be specific. No one's judging you here. There's no ego in this. How much money do you want? What do you do? What does it look like? Like, what do you want to create? What do you want to make? What does love look like? Like, write every detail. Write how it feels, how it smells, what you're going to do, what you're going to spend it on, what you're going to do when this comes in. Like, just write everything out. Dump it. Have fun with it. Play with it, right? You hear people saying, I'm going to write a letter of me living in this energy, what it's like already. Do that, because that's being specific. Regulate your energy is number 2. Regulate your energy. Your nervous system matters. Your nervous system matters. If you're anxious, you're overthinking, and you're in survival mode, you're not going to feel safe to receive. Like, you can't receive in that mode. We have to be in a moment that goes back into the surrender aspect where I'm breathing. I know it's coming to me and I'm open to receive. I'm not going to be, if I'm caught up in my anxiety, I'm caught up in my overthinking. Remember, that's where my energy is going to go. It's going to keep going over there rather than focusing on being open to receive. All right. Number 3 is shift your identity. Okay. Ask yourself, who would I be if I already had this? Who would I be if I already had this? And then start showing up as them. Start showing up as that version of you. Don't wait till you have the magical CEO job before you give CEO energy. Start showing up in that way as you in small ways. What this does, it actually accelerates the energy of what you're calling in, because now you are accelerating your energy. You're raising your vibration to meet the vibration of what you're calling in, right? This even goes for love. If I'm calling in this amazing love, I got to show up for myself and show myself how to give myself that love, how to be that love and embody that love, because I'm going to raise my vibration to that, allowing that to meet me, to meet me. So this is a big one, and you can accelerate. You can accelerate what you're manifesting to bring it in faster if you start shifting your identity. Step 4, take small aligned actions. This kind of goes already into what I said, but this is just little things, right? Not forced. You're not pressuring yourself, but you're intentional. Every day you're being intentional. Even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's 10 minutes a day, you are being intentional towards what you are trying to call in and to create. Okay, that's it. We can't sit back and wait. You've got to be intentional. Step 5 is let go, but not in the way you think. Not in the way you think. Letting go does not mean that you stop caring. Letting go does not mean you stop caring. Of course you care. You're calling this in. You're manifesting. Of course you care. But it means that you stop gripping it so hard. Like you're literally stop gripping it so hard that you choke out the possibility of it coming to you, right? Like I am so like I'm not giving it room to breathe. Your manifestations are energy. They have to breathe. They have to flow freely. We can't create by just holding on really tight. It doesn't give the universe room for it to like move around and call in and pull it in and create. So let go. All right? Let go. Remember, manifesting is not about being perfect, because none of us are. You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to overthink. I'm laughing because I do this too. I totally do this. I overthink. I doubt myself. You're going to fall back into old patterns, but that doesn't mean it's not working. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't be like, oh my God, I totally messed up that manifestation. Don't think that. It means that all of this means is that you're human. You are human. The shift happens when you come back to yourself faster, right? So when we start realizing, oh my gosh, I'm overthinking. Hold on, let me ground, let me call back. Let me just sit, peace, surrender. We start shifting our energy when we start having the awareness to how we kind of might maybe be spiraling, right? But at the end of the day, we're not perfect and nobody expects us to be perfect. So if you've been feeling stuck in your life, right? Not just with manifesting, but really with like trusting yourself. That's the deeper work, because you got to trust yourself in order to manifest it. And it does take time. It does take time. That's what I do. So if you're wanting to shift your mindset, your patterns, your reality, follow, subscribe, like this video, book a session with me. I don't know. And comment in this video ready, because I want to know, what are you ready to change in your life? How are you ready to show up? All right, here we go. On to manifest. Go create. Go do something great. Okay, bye.